Hey guys, I hope everyone's doing well. Today I really wanted to talk about, is it worth playing World of Warcraft in 2020 or halfway through 2020? This was something that I really thought about because I've had a kind of on and off relationship with World of Warcraft. I used to love it when I first started playing. This is probably 11 or 12 years ago. I started playing in like 2008-ish. And it was, I will say, a great experience. It's been great. And I really want to talk about this because as someone that debates about it, and I go back and forth these days with, with the game, and it's not easy. Because I love the game, but I don't really love where it's at, usually. So I decided to pick it up again, because it's been about, 6 months since I played, for real. And so I picked it up since this quarantine is going on. And I will say I'm having a lot of fun right now. It's been really great. I started leveling a lot of my classes because they've implemented their catch-up mechanics finally. And it's been a really amazing experience. I really think that if you have a lot of free time right now, I think you should give it a try and see what you think. Now, that's not all I'm here to say. I can say that I think that WoW has had better times, personally. But it might be a little bit of a jaded view, as someone it might just be nostalgia. As someone that's played for so long, I feel that at the moment they're just not doing their best. A lot of people say that, and like, why is my thought special? I think that a lot of people forget they're a company. They're not your family. And it's been very clear as of recently that they are a company. I think that people just kind of felt a little bit misled with that. I don't know why. I never felt like they were like my friend. But I do think that they have moved more away from that your friend vibe. Because they did used to kind of give that out. The the main problem, I think, is they have gone too far away from like a family view. They've always been kind of I think when like the better companies, as they care about their consumers more, it seemed, at least, or maybe it was just everything was going so well we didn't notice the flaws. And the overall like effect of that is that people really liked them and supported them a lot. But as you see nowadays, of course people are still gonna play because they love the basis of the game and they've spent a lot of time, with all of that. So they're not gonna just be like, oh, I'm done. And that's the case with me. I take breaks, but it's not like I'm ever like, oh, it's over. The only time I almost said that, I think, was Warlords of Draenor. That was pretty bad. But besides that, it's really been good. And I think they're getting more back to how they used to be. If there was like, I think that if they're listening to customers more and whatnot. Before they didn't really have to, I feel, because everyone kind of enjoyed the content for the most part, and they would fix some things. But I guess that after what did it take, like 3 expansions of like things being not how people want, and they finally started listening. But this is not a rant about Blizzard, but I just wanted to give you a little bit of insight on how I feel and how people feel. I think if you're new to this or whatever, but if you're new, This game is absolutely fantastic where it's at. The only problem is when doing all the not catch-up mechanics, but leveling. I think leveling, if you don't want to be confused, I think you should wait until Shadowlands, because they seem to be doing an amazing thing with that over there. I haven't gotten an alpha key, which sucks, but it is what it is. I'm not popular. The I want to say that the leveling experience is great right now, and the 100% bonus is absolutely fantastic. I'm wondering if that's how it's going to feel in Shadowlands. Probably, but because you have less levels, so I'm guessing that's a similar speed to what it's going to feel like. But I think that it's in a great spot right now for new players to come in if you want to just see how it is. It's really easy to get like end game gear right now. They're basically handing it out, which is kind of fun because you get to see like the classes. And I think at this point they're just kind of like they want people to have fun with the expansion, because it's obvious that the diehard people are not happy. I've heard less and less complaints as the expansion's gone on, but every like big patch, there's always a problem. I feel like it's even now, but it is what it is, and you can't please everyone, which I don't expect. But there's just things that people generally agree on that are wrong. But yeah, rant is over now. So let's get into it. So I've been playing multiple characters. I've probably dinged, I think, 3 more characters to 120. I think I had like 3 at 120 already. Maybe, I think 4 actually. So I'm banging out all the classes pretty much. I've had a lot of fun. With all this free time. I actually streamed one day. Go check me out on Play Nation DJ on Twitch. But yeah, I actually streamed over there on my Beast Mastery Hunter. I was survival, but I was like, let me try Beast Master, because apparently they're killing it right now, and they have like 3 buttons to press, and I was like, oh, that's kind of lit. So I went over there and tried Beast Master, which is gonna be the visual for this video. I'm also trying something new, as not showing my face for once on this channel. But let me know what you think about it. Yeah, I could put my face in, but we'll see. So if you're going to start playing the game, now is a great time. As I was saying before, I think that it's in a very fun place for new players, and you can kind of get accustomed to the game before the new expansion comes out if you want to take it serious. Now's a good time for that. Plus you have everything to do pretty much because you're new, so there's endless content. Whatever you're interested in, it'll probably be there. It's crazy. As a new player, I can't imagine. One thing I think they do really poorly is getting the new players accustomed with the systems and what they need to be doing. It's horrible when you have like a new player that's a tank. It's just awful, and it's not their fault. I think that really lies on Blizzard's side, because they don't give you a good example of how and what you should be doing. You just kind of have to throw yourself into the fire, and then you learn after people have raged at you. Yeah, so right now, I think personally, is a great time to be playing WoW, because I'm actually having fun with the in-game content. Well, not really, I guess, fun with the content, but it is decent, and you get good rewards, so you want to do it, and you want to have your characters with good gear, and it's pretty fun. I think that the visions of N'Zoth or whatever are pretty good. I haven't done too many, maybe like 3. And it's okay. But I believe that if you've never played the game before, you're going to have a lot of fun. Now, if you're a returning player, are you going to have fun? I think that you may. The main reason I started playing again was just because I wanted to catch up my characters a little bit, and I seen that there was the 100% XP boost, which got me originally. And then I was like, let me gear up some of these characters, and I found that the process was pretty decent. Now, I know that a lot of people that have been playing the expansion the whole time have a lot of problems with what's going on right now. And I can understand that, and this is one of the big reasons why I stopped playing the game. Because if I look at my characters when the expansion came out and they're wearing mythic plus gear, probably like plus 10 gear or whatever, and it's so much lower than even the heroic gear, like from the heroic dungeons. And I'm like, this is not what should happen. What should happen is it should be kind of, I feel like a, instead of like the gear spiking up and up and up and up and up, and you have to do the same content, I think it should be more of like a flat expansion route, kind of like, it's not that your gear gets so much better, but maybe they should have you wear, like, you should get the same gear, but maybe have you upgrade it. Like, I know they kind of did that with Benthic, but that's different. It was vendor gear. But like gear you earn, you can upgrade maybe throughout the expansion instead of having you like jump in and get this gear that you work so hard for, and then by the end of the expansion they were like 100 item levels higher than you for doing less content and less stress. I think that's absolutely absurd, because each patch comes out, I feel like all my efforts were negated, which it should not be like that. Like, obviously the gear should be a little bit better, but I think they could do other things besides raising the item level to make it better. Like add like the corrupted gear system. Maybe you want to get corrupted gear, you're like, oh shoot, yo, I want some like corrupted perks. Let me do some stuff over there. That's a way they could do it without making the your gear that you're wearing obsolete. It's just like, oh, maybe it's a little worse than the corrupted gear. I don't know. Oh god, sorry about that. It's a really tricky system, and I understand what they're dealing with, but there's so many ways that they could go about it. I think the gearing thing is the number one problem for me, because I don't have like a ton of free time typically, so I don't want to have to sit there and then work for like hours and hours and hours and hours. I did it when the expansion came out, and you get like almost the best gear you can get, and then they're like, so we're dropping the new expansion. Not a new expansion. New expansion, that's different. We're dropping a new patch, and we're gonna raise item level by 50 for everything. So that means the normal goes from 320 all the way up to like 375. The heroic goes from like, what was it, like 340? No, not even. I think that the normal gear was like 300 maybe or less. It went to like 350, and then the heroic gear went from like 325, I think, all the way up to like 375, and then the mythic gear went from like 340 or whatever, all the way up to like 380, and it just keeps going and going and going. It's insane. Like, I don't know why they do this. It just gives you no incentives to play until the end of the expansion. So I really don't get it. They could do so many other things. I don't know. It's quite a predicament they put themselves in. I don't really know how to rectify it, but I think just adding features to the gear that people want, like bring sets back. I miss bonus sets. You can there's so many things. Like, you could go from when the expansion drops, you can have normal gear that's like, I don't know, let's say you start at like 500. Let's say next expansion, 500 item level is probably going to be a lot lower because you're doing a squish. But let's say you start at 500 item level. So this is your normal gear. That's when you hit cap. This is, you do normal dungeons, 500. So you do heroic. It probably hits you at around, let's say 520. Okay, 525. Let's go 525. And then you do mythic, and it starts at 540. No Titan foraging, no war foraging. I'm not a huge hater on those things. I think they're okay, but some people are really bad, like really don't like it, not bad about it, but I understand where they're coming from. And then if you do mythic, what I say, so it's 545, yeah. That's where it starts, and it goes up to like, I don't know, 565 or whatever, and that should be where it stops. And the raid gear, I don't know, mythic raid gear could come in at 575 maybe, somewhere around there, 580, whatever you want to cap it at. So that's my gearing layout. So with this, I think that these brackets should not change. What they should do is release like armor sets or something. They'll be like, okay, this, like when expansion first comes out, all this gear has, like no, all this gear has no, what should I say, like no bonuses. It's just plain old gear. Yeah. And then as you go, let's say 9.1 comes out. Boom. Okay. This set has, this bonus and that bonus and that bonus, whatever. And then boom, another one comes out. This has that bonus, this is that bonus, whatever. And you get those bonuses or whatever, and it helps you in the raid or something. And it helps you in content, whatever. And then, 8.2 comes out, it says that bonus, this set does this. It has to be something special. So I don't know if that's just something that I think. And of course, like, you wouldn't release the raids with like 580 item level. You would start off with like the first raid being closer to probably, because mythics don't come out until like the first raid. I think mythic dungeons, or they come out like a little bit, a couple weeks later before raids. I don't know. But yeah, they have so many like layers. Like even I'm having trouble like on the top of my brain like figuring out like what they do with the raid sets. But that was just an idea. Like I think that the progression is too one way and vertical. And your gear's obsolete even within the expansion. Do I really know how to fix it? No, I'm not a game developer. But this is like just what I think. This video was kind of supposed to be about is it a good time for new players, but I think it kind of went into like how can WoW improve. That's all good, but the game is still pretty fun, I will say. It's just I have a lack of desire to be a cutting edge player because they get burned, I feel like. Especially if you're not cutting edge but you're trying to be cutting edge, you just get burned. Like every time an update comes out, it just hurts you. It's crazy. I don't know why they do this to their players. They kind of punish you for playing more and progressing, and then the people that didn't progress like me reap the benefits kind of and they end up where you are. So I understand not wanting people to fall behind because that could be crushing. I understand. But there has to be some sort of way, like just release armor sets or something like that aren't so much better or something. I don't know. And be like, okay, they just have to get this armor set and they have to do this, that, and the third. They have to do mythic dungeons and get this set. This is probably the best set besides the raid set, maybe. I don't know. Like, it's crazy. Or they have an upgrade item. I think they should do? They should just have, like, raids don't drop gear. They just drop, like, upgrade thing, like, tokens. And the dungeons drop the gear that you need. So you just do Mythic Plus and you do the raids to get the best gear. And then move on to the next raid or something. I'm not a raider. Raiders should probably hate that. So, but I think it would make people's lives a little easier, especially like distributing the gear and stuff, because it's not like, wow, that's a cool looking item. Oh my god, give me. And WoW doesn't really make cool sets anymore. They just kind of give like a copy paste for all the like complete wares and stuff, and it just kind of, I don't know. I think it's stupid. I think, but I understand transmoggers around there won't waste their time and resources. But it sucks. Give her some new gear, Liz. Give her some new, cool gear. So, that's my opinions, and hope you guys enjoyed. Take a breath. That's what I think about, like, where Warcraft is right now and what they should do with the future, basically, I guess. And, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Come follow me on Twitch at PlayNationDJ. Follow me on Twitter at PlayNationDJ. And follow me on Instagram at PlayNationDJ. I use Twitter more, but Instagram I will be using at some point just to get to know me, right? Like y'all probably want to do. So I hope y'all staying safe and have a good day.